Man, I really kind of screwed up, and I kind of want to talk about it with you guys.
Shoot him, Kevin!
Hello, everybody. I'm Roadblock, and this is a Raid Shadow Legends video. So, a couple of days ago, I put out a video about the idea of the video was to help people learn how to troubleshoot their dungeon runs, right? Because while I have a stacked account, didn't have the performance of a stacked account. So the whole intention of the video was to show that if you make a couple of changes and tweaks to one champion, sometimes that can solve all your problems. A quick update, that team that I fixed is a 100% team now on Fire Knight 10. Before I made those changes, that team was like 30% win rate on Fire Knight 10. Regardless, the message I was trying to deliver didn't come through, and I feel responsible for that. And I got heat for it in the comments, as I should have. I'm not upset with anybody that left me a negative comment. That, you know, in the past I've said like be more constructive and stuff, but no, I get why you're frustrated, right? Because at the end of the day, it seemed like all I was trying to tell you was, oh, just go get 2 newts and you'll be fine. And that wasn't the point of the video at all, but it was intended to be more about how to troubleshoot and fix your teams. Because a lot of times I have people that come in and say, well, I have this team and it doesn't work, right? And it's like, well, let's look at it, right? And when I do takeovers, we look at it, we say, okay, well, have you tried changing? Don't use this ability right here. Save it for the end. You'll get better results, that kind of stuff. That was the whole point of the video. And I apologize that I didn't relay that message well enough. So, you know, I just wanted to address that a little bit, because I feel pretty bad that a lot of people were upset at that video and saying like, okay, come on, man, you got 2 newts. Of course it's easy. Stop right there. Click the link in the description right now to get a free legendary Elenaril and 3 free amazing epics as you level up. Here are the exact steps that you need to follow. Step 1, log out of Plarium and Play on PC and uninstall. Step 2, click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Step 3, launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Step 4, go to your inbox and claim your first champ. Here we go. You'll find Elenaril here, as well as Uugo at level 10, Tagoar at level 20, and Rector Drath at 30. Don't forget to use the promo code Supreme6 to get yourself the awesome Supreme Galek. This is an amazing account start in Raid. So click on my link right now and follow the steps. I also want to say, Fire Knight 10 sucks. I had it in my head, and you know, this, so one of the first people to call me out was in my own clan. They put a message in my clan chat and they were like, okay, cool, so 2 newts, got it. It was like, do it without newt and let me know what happens, right? And I was like, I got this. I've got an Eldor, I've got Cryodan, easy. I don't even need masteries on these guys. And then I realized how freaking broken the fact that this is 100% freeze is, because these guys are only like 45-50% ish range on this, on their A1s, and yeah, that sucks. And so I didn't get anywhere close to a completed run using them instead of both of my newts. And sometimes this happens. I'm not the only, I don't think I'm the only, yeah, I'll say that. I don't think I'm the only content creator who has fallen into this trap, but sometimes you do get disconnected, right, from your community at times when your account is so different from what everyone else has. So my intention was not to make a Fire Knight 10 guide video. That is not what that video was meant to be. The video was meant to be a, hey, try and use these tools to troubleshoot your team, because I'm actively troubleshooting my team in this video so that you guys can learn how I improved what was only a Fire Knight 6 team and should be a Fire Knight 10 team, and I turned it into a Fire Knight 10 team. but that doesn't mean that you guys are going to be able to do that Fire Knight 10 with the status of your account. I couldn't if I didn't have two Gnutes. So, you know, I'm very lucky in that regard on this, my main account. And I wanted to clear the air on that a little bit. You know, I didn't take it personally, and surprisingly, for those of you that have been watching for a long time and have been subscribers of mine for a really long time, you'll know that when I first started, man, those comments, they hurt a lot. And I had the hardest time kind of getting past some of those comments very early on. This time I kind of looked at it in the correct light and said, you know, hey, they're right. They're right. And the message wasn't delivered. And that's on the creator. That's on the person making it. Another thing, so real quick, sometimes I'm not even, you know, sometimes there's a disconnect between me and my editor, right? I've never had an editor before. I've had one for about a month now. By the way, love my editor. Does a great job. Love the editing. Love the thumbnails. Awesome. But sometimes there's a disconnect in the message that I want in the video and the message that ends up in the thumbnail, right? Because just like a lot of you guys that watched the video were like thinking that this was going to be a guide for Fire Knight 10, and you know, I didn't relay well enough that it wasn't, and the so even when he watched it to edit it, he thought, oh yeah, it's a Fire Knight 10 video, cool, let's put that in there, right? And so again, that's on me. I need to communicate better with him. But these are all lessons that I'm learning as a, you know, beginning content creator who, by the way, we just hit at the time of this recording. It'll probably go down because I've lost a few subs from that video, but we just hit 4,500 subscribers. So, you know, I think I'm very happy with that, and I'm happy with you guys for being patient with me, even when I delivered maybe a video that had unintended consequences. So the idea behind that video, what it should have been, is like, you know, let's say that you're trying to figure out, even if I was to try and do like spider, and maybe I can do this another time in another video without using Gnutes, but even if I was to show you my Spider 10 team, a lot of people are gonna be like, oh cool, so just get 2 Gnutes and an Acrisia. That's easy to do. You know, it's rough. So maybe I can try and figure out a way, because I actually think I could do this with Cold Heart to an extent. They don't do Cold Hearts don't do nearly enough damage as the Gnutes, so I don't know, but I mean, but you know, don't forget, like I did show you guys this team, right? Like I don't always just you know, play off of my super stacked double Gnut roster. So anyways, but yeah, like the idea generally being that if you're struggling to Ice Golem is a great example, right? This one, it's a little pay to winny, I'll admit, but you know, Artac, right, free to play. This was a fusion. You know, if you guys watched this video where I was trying to figure out how to make this team work, which by the way, this does work 100% on stage 10 now, it was just a series of troubleshooting and tweaking to get things right. And in this particular video, I didn't identify that resistance was the answer, right? I kept building accuracy, and it's like not enough because I'm getting decreased accuracy placed on me. I should just build resistance instead, which I did, and boom, I have a 100% team now, right? So that was the intended message, and it's difficult to do. It's further still difficult when I go to the free-to-play account. My free-to-play, despite how lucky my free-to-play account is, I am at a hard stop right now, honestly, because to get the effectiveness of a top tier support champion, and I always say top tier support champion, but what I mean by that is an Elva, a Pythion, a Duchess, right? Something like that. To get the effect of those champions, I have to run 2 champions to do that. I have to run my Mithrala, and I have to run my Godseeker Aniri. That is how I achieve one champion that can do both of those roles, but I have to use 2 in order to do it, which is very, very frustrating. Not only frustrating, but also difficult to fit all of that into a real team when you're looking for cleanses and other things. It's hard, and I can relate to you guys who don't have even 1 Gnut trying to do Fire Knight for Marius, and you're struggling, and man, I get it, because I'm struggling to progress anywhere, whether it's hard, Hydra, Cursed City, you know, even arena to an extent, it's pretty difficult. You know, you'd like to think that an account as stacked as this can probably go beyond stage 2 of Dragon, and I probably could, but it feels like quite a difficult challenge with the current roster that I have. Although I did get some big boosts to the account with the 6-star seer, which is really exciting. So more to come on that. I'm gonna have to rebuild her. She's very slow right now, only 203 speed, so I'll have to take a look and rebuild her. But I do have pretty good champions to support her with, so I'm looking forward to that. Also, those of you that watched my soul pool video the other day, I didn't stop. I stopped recording, and then after I was done recording, I said, I'll do one more. I probably pulled, you can see my collection is gone, and including the ones that I said I would never touch. Yeah, I basically bankrupted my account, and I got nothing. I pulled a 6-star Feral Soul 2 times. I never got the nice, and that's what I was chasing. It was a huge mistake. Why did I pull it off camera? Because I was embarrassed, and as I should have been. It was an embarrassing act. I never should have done it. Learn from my mistake there too, guys, because that was a rough one for me. But I do think moving forward on this account, I think I'm going to start heavily investing in Georgid and trying to move forward kind of in that direction. But I just wanted to make a quick video talking about that, and let me know what kind of content you guys want to see. I mean, I'm making a video every single day now. I'm running a little short, admittedly, on content ideas, right? Because, you know, I can only make so many videos about these teams that I love, and, you know, even the ones the teams that I do have on either on the main account, you guys don't want to see those teams because they're pay to winny and they don't really help you. And then the stuff that I have on the free to play is stuck. Like I don't have a way to currently progress because I feel like I really need a better way to support my champions, and I just don't have it right now. I really need a fusion for a good support, or another way to get like an Ancora or an Elva. I am not gonna lie, guys, I have been tempted to shut this account down for 1 month and buy Elva from the revival pass and end the free to play. Like that's the state that I'm at now. I'm not going to do that because the free to play is a matter of pride. Originally, I did free to play. Well, I've talked about that plenty of times. We don't need to go down that road. But the big thing about the free to play here that I've said is different from other people's free to plays is you always have that little, you could, right? And this one, because it's for content, never really has that like option. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the moment that I pull that trigger and I say, all right, this is no longer free to play, I'm going to spend some money, I'm out, right? And then this is no longer the free to play account, just an alt account, and it doesn't really help. Granted, it's not really helping teach too much right now, but yeah, I screwed up, but I do have a couple of video ideas in the near future. I really want to try Fabian and Lamasu together. You can see I've got Lamasu in all feral gear here. We've talked about that. We talked about Clan Siege, and that's how I'm able to get this. She's a little slower than I would like, but I do like having her in the feral set, and she doesn't have any masteries yet. So once we get those masteries on her and ascend and enchant and all of that, I hope that we can get a little bit more speed on her. But I do like her in feral. She doesn't need the feral polymorph portion, right? But I like the fact that she increases allies damage per each debuff, because on bosses she'll be placing 2 debuffs, right? Well, and even in PvP she places 2 debuffs, so 3 if she gets the increased attack as well. So I don't know, I'm very intrigued by giving her a shot. I'd like to get her accuracy up, but I think because she places that fear, she would pair very well with a Fabian, who would get this activated by her placing that fear, right? And that fear potentially triggering. He then attacks with this, right? Which I think would be pretty interesting. So something I wanted to toy around with. We'll see. I've got I'm still building him, taking him through Minotaur right now. So, you know, but yeah, let me know if there's content that you guys want to see. I know something that I'm going to record soon is going to be an optimizer guide, because that's been requested by people in my clan, but also by people in the comments that wanted to see kind of a guide on how to use the optimizer. Again, I do pay for the optimizer, so there are certain features that I have. I'll probably actually go record that video right now, and I'll probably have that one come out a day after this one, just to get content recorded, and then I can kind of have a break tomorrow. As far as streaming goes, I would estimate probably after April I might come back. I am looking for work right now. Money is getting a little bit tight, so I'm trying to find even full-time work, just to try and maybe, you know, we moved here, we bought this house, and we can afford everything just fine with the way that my current situation is, but extra money is extra money, and I'm mostly just recording all of these like in my free time, so it would be pretty beneficial for me to, you know, since I'm not streaming during the day, to go to work during the day and make some extra money that I could then put into making fixes to the house, maybe upgrading my system and stuff. So I don't know. You guys don't care about all that, but as far as I did want to say, like, as far as streaming goes, I want to go back to streaming. It does make me more money than just making YouTube content. The puppy is almost fully potty trained. I'd say she's getting very close. It's just kind of has to get older and, you know, get like basically a bigger bladder is kind of what it takes. But yeah, I think we'll get there in the next couple of weeks, and then if I don't have a job by then, I will probably just go ahead and start streaming again. So keep an eye out for that. I will update you guys as that comes along. But yeah, this one's not really a raid video, I guess. It's more of a, you know, hey, I could have done better, and I will keep that in mind and try to do better when I talk to you guys in the future. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Take care.